Mina rolled the first bike into her garage. It was the red and white Ducati Panigale. She had never worked on such an expensive bike before. Her hands felt sweaty. She wiped them on her work clothes and took a deep breath. The 7 men stood at the entrance of her garage watching her. They were not talking. They were just watching. It made Mina nervous. "Do you want to wait inside?" Mina asked. "This might take a while." "We will watch if that is okay," Daniel said. "We want to see how you work." Mina nodded. "Great, an audience." No pressure, she started with the basics. She checked the tire pressure. She looked at the brake pads. She examined the chain. Everything looked good so far. The bike was well maintained. Then she checked the fluids. Oil was good. Coolant was good. But the brake fluid was dark. It should be clear or light yellow. This was dark brown. "When did you last change the brake fluid?" Mina asked. The owner of the Ducati stepped forward. He was a man named Park. "I do not remember," he said. "Maybe 2 years ago?" Mina shook her head. "It should be changed every 2 years at most. This fluid is old. It has absorbed water. That is bad for your brakes. In an emergency stop, your brakes might not work as well as they should." Park looked concerned. "The mechanic I went to last month did not say anything about that." "Well, I am saying it now," Mina said. "You need new brake fluid. It is not expensive. Maybe $60 for parts and labor." Park nodded. "Okay, what else?" Mina continued her inspection. She found a small crack in one of the rubber hoses. Not serious yet, but it would become serious soon. She showed it to Park. "See this?" she said, pointing. "This hose carries coolant. The rubber is cracking. In a few months it might break. Then your bike overheats and you are stuck on the road. Better to replace it now when we have time. Maybe $40? Park was taking notes on his phone. "Okay, anything else?" Mina checked everything else. The rest of the bike was in good condition. "That is it. Overall, your bike is well maintained. Just those 2 things." "Thank you," Park said. He looked impressed. Mina rolled his bike out and brought in the next one. The green Kawasaki Ninja H2. This bike was a monster. It had more power than most cars. Mina had only seen pictures of these bikes before. She did the same careful inspection. Tires, brakes, chain, fluids. Everything looked perfect. But when she got under the bike, she saw something. The exhaust mount had a loose bolt. One bolt was completely missing. "Who owns this one?" Mina called out. A younger man stepped forward. He looked like he was in his 30s. "That is mine." "I am Kim. Your exhaust mount is loose," Mina said. "One bolt is missing. Did you feel any vibration when you ride?" Kim thought about it. "Yes, actually. A little vibration at high speed. I thought that was normal for this bike." "It is not normal," Mina said. "The exhaust is not secured properly. If that other bolt comes loose while you are riding, your exhaust could fall off. At high speed, that could be dangerous. Plus, the vibration is causing stress on other parts." "Can you fix it?" Kim asked. "Easy fix. I need to get the right bolt and tighten everything." $20, Kim smiled. "The big garage told me that vibration was normal. They said all H2s vibrate like that." "They were wrong," Mina said simply. She finished checking Kim's bike and moved to the next one. The black and blue BMW S1000RR. 2 hours passed. Mina worked carefully on each bike. She found small problems on most of them. Nothing major. A loose chain here, old air filter there, a tire that needed replacing soon. But then she got to the last bike. The custom Ducati. This one belonged to Daniel. Mina could tell it was his because he kept looking at it while she worked on the other bikes. This bike was beautiful. Someone had spent a lot of money customizing it. Custom paint, custom exhaust, custom everything. It was probably worth more than $100,000. Mina started her inspection. At first, everything seemed perfect. Then she started the engine. She listened carefully. Something was not right. There was a sound, a small grinding sound, very quiet. Most people would not notice it. But Mina noticed. She turned off the engine. She sat there thinking. That sound was bad. "Very bad. What is wrong?" Daniel asked. He had walked over. Mina looked up at him. "Can I take off some covers to look inside?" "Of course," Daniel said. "Whatever you need to do." Mina got her tools. She carefully removed the side covers of the engine. She looked inside at the transmission. What she saw made her heart sink. The transmission had problems. She could see metal shavings in the oil. That meant parts were grinding together. That meant the transmission was failing. Mina sat back. She felt sick. This was bad news. Really bad news. A transmission replacement on a bike like this could cost $10,000 or more. Should she tell him? If she told him, he might think she was trying to scam him. He might think she was lying to make money. Everyone knew about mechanics who invented problems to charge more. But if she did not tell him, the transmission would fail. Maybe while he was riding. That could be dangerous. He could get hurt. Mina thought about her father. What would he do? She knew the answer. He would tell the truth. Always tell the truth. She stood up. Her legs felt weak. Daniel, can you come look at this? Daniel walked over. The other 6 men followed him. They all gathered around the bike. What is it? Daniel asked. He looked concerned. Mina pointed at the transmission. See these metal shavings in the oil? That is not normal. That means your transmission has internal damage. Parts are grinding together and breaking down. Daniel leaned closer. How bad is it? Bad, Mina said honestly. Right now the bike still works. But the transmission is failing. It might last a few more weeks. It might fail tomorrow. I cannot say for sure. But it will fail. And when it does, you will need a full transmission replacement. How much does that cost? One of the other men asked. On a custom bike like this? Maybe $10,000. Maybe more. It depends on how much damage there is and if we can find the right parts. The men were quiet. They looked at each other. Daniel looked at Mina with a strange expression. Did you put those metal shavings there? One man asked suddenly. Mina felt like someone had hit her. What? No. Why would I do that? To make money, the man said. That is what bad mechanics do. They break something and then charge you to fix it. Mina felt angry. I did not touch your transmission. Those shavings were already there. Look, you can see the damage on the gears. That takes time. That does not happen in 2 hours. Daniel held up his hand. Lee, stop. Look at the gears. She is right. That is old damage. Lee looked embarrassed. Sorry. I have been burned by mechanics before. I did not mean to accuse you. Mina took a deep breath. I understand. But I am telling you the truth. Your transmission is failing. I wish I had better news. Daniel was quiet. He looked at his beautiful custom bike. Has any other mechanic mentioned this? How many mechanics have looked at this bike? Mina asked. 3, Daniel said. I take it to a different shop every few months. The last place I went was 2 weeks ago. They did a full service. They said everything was perfect. Mina shook her head. Then they either did not look carefully or they did not want to tell you bad news. That grinding sound is obvious if you listen. And if they drained the oil, they would have seen the metal shavings. They should have told you. Another man spoke up. He was the oldest in the group. I believe her. I have been riding motorcycles for 30 years. I know what transmission failure sounds like. Start the bike again. Daniel started the bike. The old man leaned close and listened. After a minute, he nodded. She is right. That is transmission damage. I hear it clearly now. Daniel turned off the bike. He looked at Mina for a long time. She could not read his expression. Was he angry? Did he think she was lying? Finally, Daniel smiled. You are honest. What? Mina said. You are honest, Daniel repeated. You could have not told me. You could have kept quiet and let me find out when the transmission failed. Or you could have told me it was something smaller and cheaper. But you told me the truth even though it is expensive and bad news. That is exactly what we wanted to see. Mina was confused. You wanted to see bad news? Daniel laughed. We wanted to see honesty. 3 mechanics looked at this bike. All 3 missed the transmission problem. Or they saw it and did not tell me because they did not want to lose my business. But you told me right away. Even though you just met me. Even though you knew it might make you look bad. That takes integrity. Lee stepped forward. I am sorry I accused you. That was wrong. It is okay, Mina said. I would be suspicious too. Daniel looked at the other men. What do you think? They all nodded. Park spoke first. She found the brake fluid problem I have had for months. No other mechanic noticed. Kim added, she found my exhaust mount problem. She could have said nothing and waited for it to get worse. Then she could charge me more. One by one, the men agreed. Mina had been thorough. She had been honest. She had found real problems and explained them clearly. Mina, Daniel said, we want to hire you. We want you to be our exclusive mechanic. We will bring all our bikes to you. We will pay you well. We will recommend you to our friends. Are you interested? Mina looked at the 7 men. Then she looked at the 7 bikes. This was really happening. This was not a dream. Yes, she said. I am very interested. Mina woke up at 5:30 in the morning like she did every day. She made coffee in her tiny apartment kitchen. She ate toast with butter. She put on her blue work clothes and tied her hair back. Just another day. She drove to the garage in her old car. The sun was coming up. The streets were empty. She thought about the bills on her desk. She thought about Junho and his motorcycle. She hoped he made it to work okay. Mina turned onto her street. The garage was 3 blocks away. She could see it from here. But something looked different. There were shapes in front of the garage. Dark shapes. She drove closer. Her eyes went wide. There were motorcycles parked in front of her garage. Not just 1 or 2. 7 motorcycles. They were parked in a perfect straight line. They blocked the entire entrance to her garage. Mina stopped her car in the middle of the street. She just sat there staring. These were not normal motorcycles. These were superbikes, expensive superbikes. Even from far away, Mina could see they were beautiful. Shiny paint, chrome that reflected the morning sun. These were the kind of bikes that cost more money than most people made in a year. Mina parked her car on the street and got out. She walked slowly toward the bikes. Her heart was beating fast. What was happening? Why were these bikes here? She got closer and her mouth fell open. The first bike was a Ducati Panigale, red and white. It probably cost $40,000. The second was a Kawasaki Ninja H2, bright green, maybe $30,000. Next was a BMW S1000RR, black and blue. Another $30,000. Mina walked down the line. Each bike was more beautiful than the last. A Yamaha R1, a Honda CBR 1000RR, an Aprilia RSV4, a custom Ducati that looked like it belonged in a museum. She did math in her head. These 7 bikes together were worth maybe $500,000. Maybe more. What is going on? Mina said out loud to no one. The bikes were parked so close together that she could not get to her garage door. She could not open for business. Was this a joke? Was someone trying to mess with her? Mina walked around the bikes looking for a note or something. Nothing. She checked her phone. No messages. No missed calls. She stood there feeling confused and a little angry. She needed to open her garage. She had work to do. Well, she hoped she had work to do. These bikes were in her way. Then she heard voices. Male voices. They were coming from the small cafe across the street. Mina looked over. 6 men were walking out of the cafe. They were all dressed in expensive motorcycle gear. Leather jackets, riding boots, the kind of gear that cost thousands of dollars. They were carrying coffee cups and talking to each other. They saw Mina and started walking toward her. One man was in front. He was tall, maybe in his 40s. He had gray hair and kind eyes. He walked like someone who was used to being in charge. Mina felt nervous. What did these people want? Good morning, the tall man said. He smiled at her. Are you the owner of this garage? Yes, Mina said. She tried to sound confident, but her voice came out quiet. I am Mina Park. This is my garage. Are these your bikes? They are, the man said. My name is Daniel Cho. These are my friends. We are members of the Elite Riders Club. Mina looked at the other men. They were all watching her with interest. They all looked successful, rich, important. What did they want with her small garage? Why are your bikes blocking my garage? Mina asked. I need to open for business. Daniel smiled bigger. We know. We have been waiting for you. We wanted to talk to you about something important. What? Mina asked. She was getting more confused by the second. Yesterday, Daniel said, you helped a teenage boy. His name is Junho. You fixed his motorcycle for free. Is that correct? Mina felt her stomach drop. Oh no. Was Junho related to these people? Was she in trouble? Had she done something wrong? Yes, Mina said slowly. I fixed his bike. He had no money and he needed it for work. Did I do something wrong? Daniel laughed. Wrong? No, you did something very right. Junho is my nephew, my sister's son. He came home last night and told us what you did for him. He could not stop talking about the kind mechanic who saved his job. Mina relaxed a little. Oh, he is a good kid. I was happy to help. My sister has been sick, Daniel said. His voice got serious. Cancer. She has been in and out of the hospital for a year. Junio has been the man of the house. He works every day to help pay bills. He never complains. He never asks for help. When his bike broke down yesterday, he thought he would lose everything. Then he met you. The other men were nodding. They were all looking at Mina with respect. You did not know Junho, Daniel continued. You did not know his story. You did not know who his family was. You just saw a boy who needed help and you helped him. You lost money to help a stranger. That says a lot about who you are. Mina did not know what to say. She felt her face getting hot. I just did what my father taught me to do. Help people who need help, Daniel nodded. Your father taught you well. That is exactly why we are here. I do not understand, Mina said. Daniel gestured at the motorcycles. The Elite Riders Club is a group of businessmen who love motorcycles. We ride together. We support each other. We have all been successful in our careers. I own a technology company. Kim over there owns restaurants. Lee is a real estate developer. We all have money. We all have expensive bikes. But do you know what we do not have? What? Mina asked. A mechanic we can trust. Mina blinked. What? We have all been to the big garages downtown. Daniel explained. They charge too much. They do unnecessary work. They lie about what is wrong. We have been looking for a mechanic who is honest. Someone who cares about the work, not just the money. Someone with integrity. Yesterday, you proved you are that person. One of the other men stepped forward. He was shorter and had glasses. I took my Kawasaki to a downtown garage last month, he said. They told me I needed $3,000 in repairs. I took it to another garage for a second opinion. You know what they said? Nothing was wrong. They were going to take my money for nothing. Another man spoke up. I had a mechanic who would take my bike for 3 days for a simple oil change. 3 days! Then charge me $500. Daniel raised his hand and the men stopped talking. We need someone we can trust. Someone who will do good work for fair prices. Someone who will tell us the truth. After hearing what you did for Junho, we think you might be that person. Mina's head was spinning. You want me to work on your bikes? Not just work on them, Daniel said. We want you to be our exclusive mechanic. All 7 of us will bring our bikes to you for all service and repairs. We will pay you well. We will pay you fairly. And we will tell our other friends about you. We know a lot of people who have expensive motorcycles and are looking for an honest mechanic. Mina looked at the 7 Superbikes again. Then she looked at the 7 men. They were serious. They really meant this. This is crazy, Mina said. You do not even know if I am good at my job. You are just taking Junho's word for it? Daniel smiled. Junho told us you fixed his bike perfectly. He said he has never heard it run so smooth. He said you cleaned it and made it look nice. He said you were professional and kind. That is a good recommendation, but if you want, we can make this a trial. Work on our bikes. If you do good work, we continue. If not, we find someone else. Does that sound fair? Mina thought about it. This was too good to be true. Things like this did not happen in real life, not to people like her. I do not understand why you are doing this, Mina said. You could go to any garage. You could afford the best mechanics in the city. Why come to my small garage? Daniel looked at the other men and then back at Mina. Can I tell you a story? He asked. Okay, Mina said. 20 years ago I had nothing, Daniel said. I was young. I had big ideas but no money. I wanted to start a company but no bank would give me a loan. I was about to give up. Then I met an old man at a coffee shop. I did not know him. He was just a stranger. We started talking. I told him about my dream. Do you know what he did? Mina shook her head. He wrote me a check for $10,000. Just like that. He said, I believe in you. Pay me back when you can. That money let me start my company. Today my company is worth $50 million. I paid that old man back 10 times what he gave me. But he did not care about the money. He just wanted to help someone who needed a chance. Daniel pointed at his friends. Every man here has a similar story. Someone helped us when we needed it. A teacher who believed in us. A boss who gave us a chance. A stranger who was kind. We all remember what it is like to need help. So when we see someone like you, someone with integrity and skill who is struggling, we want to help. That is what the Elite Riders Club is really about. We help each other. And we help people who deserve it. Mina felt tears in her eyes. She tried to blink them away. I do not know what to say. Say yes, Daniel said simply. Let us help you. Let us bring you business. All we ask is that you be honest with us and do good work. Can you do that? Mina looked at her garage. Her small, struggling garage. She looked at the bills she knew were waiting on her desk inside. She looked at these 7 successful men who were offering her a chance she never expected. Yes, Mina said. Her voice was stronger now. Yes, I can do that. Daniel smiled and held out his hand. Then welcome to the family, Mina. Mina shook his hand. His grip was firm and warm, but Daniel said, we have one condition. The morning sun was just coming up when Mina Park unlocked the metal door of her small garage. She turned on the lights and looked around at the empty space. The garage was quiet, too quiet. It had been like this for weeks now. Mina was 24 years old. She had short black hair that she always tied back when she worked. Her hands had oil stains that never fully washed away. She wore the same blue work clothes every day. Her father had worn the same kind of clothes when he was alive. The garage was small. It sat on the edge of the neighborhood where not many people drove by. There were 2 work bays, 1 small office, and shelves full of tools and parts. Mina had inherited this place from her father 3 years ago. He had taught her everything about motorcycles. He had taught her how to listen to an engine and know what was wrong. He had taught her to be honest with customers. He had taught her that fixing motorcycles was about helping people, not just making money. But being honest did not pay the bills. Mina walked to her small desk in the corner. There was a stack of papers there, bills, rent for the garage, money she owed for parts. The electric company wanted their payment. She picked up the top paper and looked at the red letters that said, Final Notice. She put it back down and rubbed her eyes. She had only had 2 customers all week. One was an old man who needed an oil change. He paid her $20. The other was a woman whose scooter would not start. Mina fixed it in 10 minutes. The woman paid her $15, $35 for a whole week of work. Mina walked to the coffee maker in the corner and made herself a cup. The coffee was cheap and tasted like water, but it was hot. She held the cup in both hands and looked out the window at the empty street. Her phone buzzed. It was a text from her landlord. Rent is late again. Need payment by Friday or we talk about closing. Mina closed her eyes. Friday was 3 days away. She had maybe $200 in her bank account. The rent was $800. She spent the morning cleaning. She organized her tools. She swept the floor. She checked her inventory of parts. She was running low on everything. Brake pads, oil filters, spark plugs. She could not afford to order more until she got paid. Lunchtime came and went. Mina ate a sandwich she had brought from home. No customers came. The afternoon was the same.
Mina sat at her desk and tried to think of ways to get more business.
She had posted on social media. She had put up flyers in the neighborhood. Nothing worked. The big garage downtown got all the customers. They had 5 mechanics and fancy equipment. Mina had herself and tools that were older than she was. At 4:30 in the afternoon, Mina heard a sound outside. It was the sound of something scraping on the pavement. She stood up and walked to the open garage door. A teenage boy was pushing a motorcycle up the street toward her garage. The bike was old and beat up. It was not running. The boy was thin and looked tired. He wore a school uniform that was too big for him. His face was red from pushing the heavy bike. Mina walked out to meet him. Need some help? She asked. The boy looked up at her. He had sweat on his forehead. Is this a motorcycle garage? He asked. Yes, Mina said. Let me help you. She grabbed the other side of the bike and helped him push it into the garage. They rolled it into one of the work bays. The boy stood there breathing hard. He looked at the motorcycle and then at Mina. He looked worried. What happened? Mina asked. It just died, the boy said. I was riding to work and it stopped. I tried to start it again, but nothing happened. I pushed it here because I saw your sign down the street, Mina nodded. She looked at the motorcycle. It was at least 15 years old. The paint was faded. The seat had tape on it. This was not an expensive bike. This was the kind of bike someone bought when they had no money but needed to get around. Can you fix it? The boy asked. His voice was quiet. Let me take a look, Mina said. She got her tools and started checking the bike. She turned the key. Nothing happened. She checked the battery. It was weak but not dead. She looked at the chain. It was broken in 2 places. She checked the spark plugs. They were old and worn out. The boy watched her work. He did not say anything. He just stood there with his hands in his pockets. After 15 minutes, Mina stood up. I found the problems, she said. How much will it cost? The boy asked. He said it fast, like he was afraid of the answer. Mina thought about it. The chain is broken. You need a new one. The spark plugs are bad. You need new ones. The carburetor needs cleaning. And you need fresh oil. For parts and labor, probably around $200. The boy's face went white. He looked down at the ground. I do not have $200, he said quietly. Mina waited. She had heard this before. She knew what came next. The person would ask if she could do it cheaper. Or they would ask if they could pay later, or they would just leave. But the boy did something different. He looked up at her and his eyes were wet. I need this bike, he said. I have a job at the convenience store on 5th Street. I work every day after school. My mom is sick. She cannot work. I am the only one bringing money home. If I cannot get to work, I will lose my job. Please, is there anything you can do? Mina felt something in her chest. She looked at this boy who was maybe 17 years old. He was trying so hard not to cry. He was trying to be strong. She knew this feeling. She had been this person. When her father died, she had been alone. She had been scared. She had not known how to keep the garage running. She had not known how to pay the bills. People had helped her. Her father's old customers had come and paid her for work even when they did not need anything fixed. The parts supplier had given her credit when she had no money. A stranger had given her free coffee every morning for a month. People had helped her when she needed it. Now this boy needed help. Mina looked at the bike. Then she looked at the boy. Then she made a decision that her brain said was stupid, but her heart said was right. What is your name? She asked. Junho, the boy said. Okay, Junho. Here is what we are going to do. I am going to fix your bike. You do not need to pay me. Junho stared at her. What? You heard me. I will fix it for free, but you have to promise me something. Anything, Junho said. When you can, when you have extra money someday, you help someone else who needs it. That is how you pay me back, okay? Junho's eyes filled with tears. Are you serious? Yes, but I cannot fix it right now. Come back at 7 tonight. It will be ready. Junho looked like he did not believe her. Thank you, he said. His voice was shaking. Thank you so much. I promise I will pay you back. I promise. Just help someone else someday, Mina said. That is enough, now go. You do not want to be late for school tomorrow? Junho nodded. He said thank you 3 more times and then left. Mina watched him walk down the street. He kept turning around and looking back at the garage like he thought it might disappear. Mina went to her shelves and found a chain. It was one of the last ones she had. She found spark plugs. She found oil. She started working on the bike. While she worked, she thought about the money she was losing. The parts cost her maybe $70. Her time was worth something too. She was basically paying to fix this bike. It was stupid. She could not afford this, but she kept working anyway. The sun went down. The garage got dark and she turned on more lights. Her back hurt from bending over the bike. Her hands were covered in grease. But the work felt good. It felt right. At 6:45, the bike was done. Mina started it up. The engine came to life. It sounded good. Smooth and strong. She smiled. She had done good work. At 7 o'clock exactly, Junho came running into the garage. He was out of breath. Is it done? He asked. It is done, Mina said. Come look. Junho walked over to his bike. Mina had not just fixed it. She had cleaned it too. She had wiped down the whole thing. It looked better than it had in years. Start it up, Mina said. Junho got on the bike and turned the key. The engine started right away. It ran perfectly. Junho sat there with both hands on the handlebars. Tears ran down his face. Thank you, he said. I do not know how to thank you enough. Just ride safe, Mina said. And remember what I said. Help someone else when you can. I will, Junho said. I promise. I will never forget this. He rode away slowly. Mina watched until his tail light disappeared down the street. Then she went to her desk and looked at the bills again. She had just made her money problems worse. She had used parts she could not replace. She had worked for free when she needed every dollar, but she did not feel bad. She felt good. She turned off the lights and locked up the garage. She walked to her old car in the back. She sat in the driver's seat for a minute before starting it. Tomorrow would be another day of hoping for customers, Another day of trying to keep her garage open. Another day of fighting to survive. But tonight she had helped someone who really needed it. Tonight she had been the kind of mechanic her father had taught her to be. That had to count for something. Mina started her car and drove home. She did not know that her life was about to change. She did not know that one act of kindness was going to open doors she never imagined. She did not know that tomorrow morning would be different from any other morning in her life. All she knew was that she had done the right thing. And sometimes that is all that matters. Daniel stood up next. When we first met Mina, we were looking for a mechanic we could trust. We found so much more. We found a person with true integrity, a person who helps others even when it costs her something, a person who sees enemies as potential friends. He gestured around at the crowd. The Honest Mechanics Alliance has 20 garages now. By next year, we hope to have 50. Then 100. We are changing how the automotive repair industry works. We are proving that honesty and success can go together. And it all started because Mina fixed a teenager's motorcycle for free. More applause. Mina stood up. She had prepared some words, but looking at all these people, she forgot them. She just spoke from her heart. My father taught me that fixing machines is about helping people, she said. He taught me to care about the work, not just the money. He taught me to treat everyone with respect, rich or poor. For a long time, I struggled to follow those lessons. They did not seem practical. They did not pay the bills. She looked at Junho. Then a boy came to my garage with a broken bike and no money. I could have turned him away. It would have been the smart business decision. But I remembered my father's words. So I fixed his bike for free. She looked at Daniel. That decision brought amazing people into my life. People who believed in me. People who invested in my dream. People who helped me build something bigger than myself. She looked at Mr. Han. It also taught me about forgiveness. About giving second chances. About turning enemies into friends. She looked at everyone. Everything we have built together comes back to one simple idea. Be kind, be honest. Help people who need it. That is not complicated, but it is powerful. It changes lives. It builds communities. It makes the world a little bit better. The crowd was silent, listening. So thank you, Mina said. Thank you to Junho for trusting me. Thank you to Daniel and the Elite Riders Club for believing in me. Thank you to Mr. Han for giving me a chance to practice forgiveness. Thank you to Hana and all the mechanics who work so hard every day. Thank you to every customer who supports honest businesses. We did this together. People stood up and applauded. Mina felt overwhelmed. A year ago, she was alone in a failing garage. Now she was surrounded by friends and family. She had built something real, something good. After the speeches, people mingled and ate. Mina walked through the crowd talking to everyone. A photographer took pictures. The local newspaper was there writing a story. As the sun started to set, Mina found herself standing alone for a moment. She looked at the old garage, the place her father had built, the place she had almost lost. There was a picture of her father inside on the wall. She walked in and stood in front of it. I did it, Dad, she said quietly. I kept your dream alive. I helped people. I did the right thing even when it was hard. I hope you are proud. She heard footsteps behind her. It was Daniel. He would be very proud, Daniel said. You became everything he wanted you to be, and more. I could not have done it without help, Mina said. That is the point, Daniel said. None of us can do it alone. We all need help sometimes. The strong help the weak. Then the weak become strong and help others. That is how good things spread. That is how the world gets better. Mina nodded. She understood now. Her father had helped her. Daniel had helped her. She had helped Junho and Mr. Han. They were all helping others now. The circle kept growing. What is next? Daniel asked. We have 20 garages. Where do we go from here? Mina smiled. Everywhere. There are struggling mechanics in every city. Young people who need training. Communities that need honest service. We keep growing. We keep helping. We keep building. Ambitious, Daniel said. I like it. They walked back outside together. The party was winding down. People were saying goodbye. Junho was talking to a group of young people who wanted to become mechanics. Hana was discussing business with some garage owners. Mr. Han was laughing with his wife. Mina stood there taking it all in. 1 year ago, she had been alone and scared. Today, she was surrounded by people who cared about the same things she cared about. People who wanted to do good work and help others. It had all started with one simple choice.
Help a boy who needed it.
Ask nothing in return. Trust that goodness would find its way back, and it had, in ways Mina never imagined. A young woman approached her. She looked nervous. She was holding a helmet. "Excuse me," the woman said. "Are you Mina Park?" "Yes," Mina said. "My motorcycle broke down 2 blocks from here. I do not have much money. I heard you might be able to help. I just need to get home. Can you look at it?" Mina smiled. Here it was again. The same situation that had changed her life a year ago. A person in need. A chance to help. She looked at Daniel. He smiled and nodded. "Of course I can help," Mina said to the woman. "Let me get my tools." She walked into the garage. She picked up her tool bag. The same tools her father had used. The same tools she had used to fix Junho's bike. She walked back outside. The young woman looked relieved and grateful. "Thank you so much," the woman said. "I promise I will pay you back someday." "Just help someone else when you can," Mina said. "That is all I ask." They walked together down the street toward the broken motorcycle. Behind them, the celebration continued. Friends talking. Children playing. Motorcycles gleaming in the evening light. Mina felt happy. Truly happy. She was doing what she loved. Helping people. Fixing things. Making a difference. Her father had been right. This was what mattered. Not money, not fame, not success measured in numbers, but people, connection, kindness, integrity. She reached the broken motorcycle and knelt down beside it. She opened her tool bag. She began to work. Above her, the stars were starting to come out. The same stars her father had worked under all those years ago. The same stars that had watched her fix Junho's bike a year ago. The same stars that would watch her help this woman tonight. And tomorrow, someone else. And the day after that, someone else again. The circle kept turning. The kindness kept spreading. The work continued. Mina smiled as she worked. She did not know what the future would bring. More challenges, probably. More opportunities, certainly. More people to help, definitely. But whatever came, she was ready. She had learned the most important lesson. One act of kindness can change everything. For the person you help. For yourself. For the world. All you have to do is be brave enough to try. Mina tightened a bolt on the motorcycle. The engine came to life. The young woman gasped with joy. "You fixed it," she said. "Just like that." "Just like that," Mina agreed. The woman rode away, waving thank you. Mina packed up her tools and walked back to the celebration. Daniel was waiting for her. "Ready to change the world some more tomorrow?" he asked. "Ready," Mina said. They walked together back into the light and the laughter and the love. One motorcycle at a time. One person at a time. One act of kindness at a time. That was how. You built something that mattered. That was how you honored the people who helped you. That was how you became the person you were meant to. Mina looked up at the stars one more time. Then she walked inside to join her friends and family. Tomorrow would bring new challenges. New opportunities. New people to help, but tonight she celebrated. She celebrated the journey. She celebrated the connections. She celebrated the simple truth that doing good things brings good things back to you. Not always in the ways you expect, but always in the ways you need. The garage door closed behind her. The sound of engines. The smell of oil. The warmth of friendship. This was home. This was family. This was everything that mattered, and it all started with a broken motorcycle and a choice to be kind. The end. 6 months had passed. 6 months of the hardest and most rewarding work Mina had ever done. The network was real now. It had a name, the Honest Mechanics Alliance. 20 garages across 5 cities, each one following the same principles. Fair prices, quality work, integrity above profit. Mina traveled constantly. She visited each garage. She met the owners. She trained the mechanics. She set up the systems. She made sure everyone understood what they were building. Some garages were easy. The owners were young and eager. They wanted to learn. They were excited to be part of something bigger. Other garages were harder. The owners were like Mr. Hahn had been, stuck in old ways, suspicious of change. Mina had to be patient with them. She had to show them that doing things right could still be profitable. That honesty and success were not opposites. Mr. Hahn became her greatest helper. He visited garages with her. He talked to the older mechanics. He shared his own story of almost losing everything and finding redemption. His words carried weight because he had been where they were. Hannah ran Elite Motorsports perfectly. The business was growing. She had hired 3 more mechanics. She had established relationships with all the high-end motorcycle brands. People came from other cities just to have their bikes serviced there. Junho had graduated high school. He now worked full-time at the old garage. He was becoming a skilled mechanic. He was patient and careful. Customers loved him. He still remembered what it felt like to need help, so he treated everyone with respect. The old garage had been renamed Community Cycle Works. It had a special program now. People who could not afford repairs could apply for help. If approved, they paid what they could and a fund covered the rest. The Elite Riders Club funded it. Rich customers could donate to it. It was the pay-it-forward system that started with Junho, now made official. Today was special. Today was the 1-year anniversary of the day Junho pushed his broken bike to Mina's garage. Daniel had organized a celebration. Not at Elite Motorsports, at the old garage. Where it all started, Mina arrived early. She helped set up tables and chairs outside. The weather was perfect, sunny and warm. People started arriving at noon. The Elite Riders Club came first. All 7 members. They parked their superbikes in a row, just like they had done a year ago. Daniel walked over to Mina and hugged her. "Look at everything you built," he said. "You should be proud." "We built it together," Mina said. "I could not have done any of this without you." More people arrived. Customers from both garages, mechanics from the network, friends and family. The mayor even came. She had heard about the Honest Mechanics Alliance and wanted to meet the woman behind it. Junho arrived with his mother. She looked healthy now. Her cancer treatment had worked. She was in remission. She walked over to Mina with tears in her eyes. "You saved my son," she said. "When you fixed his bike, you saved our family. I will never be able to thank you enough." "You just did," Mina said. She hugged Junho's mother. Junho looked different now. He was 18. He stood taller. He had confidence. He wore clean work clothes with Community Cycle Works printed on the back. "I have something to show you," Junho said to Mina. He led her to the garage bay. There was a motorcycle there. His motorcycle. The same old bike Mina had fixed a year ago. But it looked different. Junho had restored it completely. New paint, new seat. Every part cleaned and polished. It looked beautiful. "I did all the work myself," Junho said. "You taught me how. This bike represents my journey, from broken to restored, just like my life." Mina felt tears in her eyes. "It is perfect, Junho." "I want you to have it," Junho said. "What?" "No, it is your bike." "It is our bike," Junho said. "It connected us. I want you to keep it here as a reminder of where everything started. A reminder that one act of kindness can change the world." Mina hugged him. This boy had become a man, and she had been part of that journey. The celebration started. There was food and music. People told stories about how the Honest Mechanics Alliance had helped them. One woman talked about how her garage had been failing until she joined the network. Now she was profitable and happy. A young mechanic talked about how the training program had given him a career. He had been working at a fast food restaurant. Now he had a real trade, a real future. Mr. Han stood up to speak. The crowd got quiet. "A year ago, I was the enemy," he said. "I tried to destroy Mina's business because I was jealous and scared. I spread lies. I filed false complaints. I was a bad person doing bad things." He looked at Mina. "But Mina did something I never expected. She forgave me. More than that, she helped me. She taught me how to be better. How to run an honest business. How to care about people instead of just money." His voice got emotional. "Today my garage is doing well. Not because I am getting rich. Because I am doing good work and treating people fairly. I sleep better at night. I am proud of what I do again. That is because of Mina Park." People clapped. Mr. Han wiped his eyes and sat down. The city inspectors came back to the old garage the next week. This time they brought more people. They looked at everything even more carefully than before. Mina stood in the corner and watched them work. She was not worried. She knew everything was in order. But she was angry. Someone had filed another false complaint. After 3 hours, the lead inspector came to talk to her. "Everything looks fine," he said. "All your permits are current. Your equipment meets safety standards. Your waste disposal is proper. I do not know who keeps calling us with false reports, but we found nothing wrong. Thank you, Mina said. Do you know who is making these complaints? The inspector shook his head. The complaints are anonymous, but between you and me, this seems personal. Someone is trying to cause you trouble. I would be careful. After the inspectors left, Mina sat in her office. She knew who was behind this. Mr. Han. They had made an agreement. He had promised to stop attacking her, but the complaints had continued. She called him. He did not answer. She called again. Still no answer. Mina drove to his garage. It was 6 p.m. The sun was going down. Most garages were closed, but she saw lights on inside Han's place. She parked and walked in. The garage was empty except for one car on a lift. She heard sounds from the office. Angry voices. I told you I need more time. Mr. Han's voice. You have had 6 months of more time. A woman's voice. We cannot keep doing this. We are drowning. Mina walked toward the office. The door was open. She could see Mr. Han and a woman who must be his wife. They were arguing. Bills were spread across the desk. Mr. Han saw Mina and his face went red. What are you doing here? We need to talk, Mina said. Get out, Mr. Han said. This is private. The city inspectors came again, Mina said. Someone filed another false complaint.
Was it you?
Mr. Han's wife looked at him. Yobo, what is she talking about? Nothing, Mr. Han said. He would not look at his wife. You promised to stop, Mina said. Her voice was hard. We made a deal. I was going to send you customers. I was going to help you. Why did you break your promise? Mrs. Han stood up. What deal? What customers? Mr. Han put his face in his hands. I messed up. I am sorry. Sorry is not enough, Mina said. Your false complaints are hurting my business. They are wasting the city's time, and they are destroying any chance we had of working together. I know, Mr. Han shouted. He stood up. His eyes were wet. I know, okay? I know it was stupid. I know it was wrong. But I am desperate. Look at this. He pointed at the bills on the desk. I owe everyone, the bank, the parts suppliers, the landlord. I am 3 months behind on rent. They are going to evict me. They are going to take everything. His wife sat down slowly. Tears ran down her face. Why did you not tell me it was this bad? Because I did not want you to worry, Mr. Han said. His voice broke. This garage is supposed to support our family. Instead, it is killing us, and watching her succeed while I fail. He pointed at Mina. It made me crazy. I saw her helping people and making money, and I could not stop myself. Mina looked at this man and his wife. They were broken, scared, facing the loss of everything they had built. She understood that fear. She had felt it herself not long ago. She wanted to be angry. She had every right to be angry, but looking at them, she just felt sad. How much do you owe? Mina asked. What? Mr. Han said. How much do you owe total? Mr. Han looked at his wife. She picked up the bills and added them up. About $40,000, maybe more. Mina thought about that number. It was a lot of money. More than she had, but maybe not more than the Elite Riders Club had. I have an idea, Mina said. But first you need to answer a question honestly. Why is your business failing? Is it just because I opened my garage? Or is there more to it? Mr. Han was quiet for a long time. Finally he spoke. It is my fault. I stopped caring about quality. I charged too much. I did not keep up with new technology. I was lazy. When you came along and did things right, customers saw the difference. They left me because I gave them a reason to leave. At least you can admit it, Mina said. That is a start. A start to what? Mrs. Han asked. We are finished. We have no money. No customers. No way to pay these bills. Maybe I can help, Mina said. Both Mr. Han and his wife stared at her. Why would you help us? Mr. Han asked. I tried to destroy you. I lied about you. I filed false complaints. You should hate me. I should, Mina agreed. But someone taught me that hate does not fix anything. My father always said the best revenge is to help your enemies become better people. I do not deserve your help, Mr. Han said. Probably not, Mina said. But I am going to offer it anyway. Here is what I am thinking. You have experience. You have equipment. You have a location. What you do not have is good business practices. So let me teach you. Teach me what? Mr. Hahn asked. How to run an honest garage, how to charge fair prices, how to build customer trust. In return, you help me with something I need. What do you need? Mrs. Hahn asked. I am starting a new program, Mina said. She was making this up as she went, but it felt right. A program to train new mechanics. Young people who want to learn but have no place to go. I need someone with experience to help teach them. Someone who knows all the old techniques and can combine them with new methods. Mr. Hahn looked confused. You want me to teach? I want you to be part of something bigger, Mina said. Help me train the next generation. In exchange, I will help you pay off your debts and rebuild your business. But you have to change. No more lying. No more overcharging. No more false complaints. Can you do that? Mr. Hahn looked at his wife. She nodded slowly. Why are you doing this? Mr. Hahn asked Mina. Really, why? Mina thought about Junho, about Daniel and the Elite Writers Club, about every person who had helped her when she needed it. Because someone gave me a chance when I did not deserve it, Mina said. A boy came to my garage with no money. I fixed his bike for free. That one act of kindness changed my whole life. It brought the Elite Writers Club to me. It gave me opportunities I never imagined, all because I helped someone who needed it. She looked at Mr. Hahn directly. You need help. You made mistakes, but everyone deserves a second chance. If I can help you become better, then maybe you will help someone else someday. That is how change happens. One person at a time. Mrs. Hahn was crying. You are a good person. I am trying to be, Mina said. So what do you say? Will you accept my help? Mr. Hahn stood up. He walked around the desk and faced Mina. Then he did something unexpected. He bowed deeply. A formal bow of respect. I am sorry, he said, for everything. For the lies. For the complaints. For trying to hurt you. You did not deserve any of that. I was jealous and scared, and I took it out on you. That was wrong. He stood up straight. If you really want to help me, I accept. I will do whatever you ask. I will change. I will be better. I promise. Mina held out her hand. Then let us start over. As partners, not enemies. Mr. Hahn shook her hand. His grip was strong, but his hands were shaking. The next day, Mina went to Daniel's office for the meeting. The whole Elite Writers Club was there. 7 successful men sitting around a conference table. Thank you for coming, Daniel said. We have been discussing your situation. We heard about the problems with Mr. Hahn. How did you hear about that? Mina asked. We have friends everywhere, Daniel said with a smile. We look out for our own. We were ready to handle it for you, but then we heard you handled it yourself, in a very interesting way. I offered to help him, Mina said. We know. That is why we called this meeting. You turned an enemy into a partner. You chose kindness over revenge. That shows character. The other men nodded. We have a proposal, Daniel continued. Something we have been planning for months. We were waiting for the right time. We think now is the right time. What is the proposal? Mina asked. Daniel pulled up a presentation on the big screen. It showed maps and charts and numbers. We want to create a nationwide network of ethical mechanics, he said. Garages that follow your model. Honest service, fair prices, quality work. We want to help mechanics like Mr. Hahn who are struggling. We want to train new mechanics who will carry these values forward. He showed her plans for 20 garages across 5 cities, training programs, quality standards, a support network for mechanics, and we want you to lead it, Daniel said. Mina felt dizzy. Lead it, me? You have proven you can do it, another member said. You built 2 successful garages. You trained employees. You turned a competitor into a partner. You have the skills and the character. This is too big, Mina said. I am just a mechanic. I am not a business leader. You are more than a mechanic, Daniel said. You are a person who cares about doing things right. That is the most important quality for a leader. He explained the details. The Elite Writers Club would fund everything. Mina would be the director. She would set the standards. She would choose which garages to include in the network. She would train the mechanics. She would make sure every location followed the same ethical practices. You can still work on bikes, Daniel said. You do not have to give that up. But you would also be building something bigger, something that could help people across the country. Mina's head was spinning. This was huge. Bigger than anything she had imagined. Can I think about it? She asked. 3 months had passed since Mina agreed to expand. 3 months of the hardest work she had ever done. The new location was perfect. An old warehouse on the east side of the city. It had high ceilings and plenty of space. Daniel and the Elite Riders Club put up the money. Mina kept 51% ownership. They owned the rest. But they let her run everything her way. The renovation took 2 months. Mina worked at the old garage during the day. At night, she went to the new location and helped with construction. She picked out equipment. She designed the layout. She made sure everything was exactly right. The new garage was for high-end bikes, superbikes, custom builds, rare motorcycles. It had the best equipment money could buy: lifts, diagnostic computers, special tools, everything a modern motorcycle garage needed. The old garage stayed open too. Mina kept it for regular customers, people from the neighborhood, people who could not afford expensive repairs. She hired 2 more mechanics to run it. She still went there twice a week to help and check on things. She called the new place Elite Motorsports. It opened on a Saturday in September. Daniel and the whole Elite Riders Club came for the opening. So did Junho and his mother. So did dozens of other customers and friends. The first week was amazing. Customers came every day, rich people with expensive bikes. They had heard about the honest mechanic who did great work. They wanted to see if the stories were true. Mina worked 16-hour days. Hana was now the manager of the new location. She was good at it. She handled customers well. She supervised the other mechanics. She kept everything organized. Junho worked at both locations on weekends. He was learning fast. He could do oil changes and basic maintenance now. He was still in school, but he talked about becoming a full-time mechanic after graduation. Everything should have been perfect, but it was not. The problem started small. Mina noticed it one day when she was at the old garage. There were fewer customers than usual. The waiting room was empty. That was strange. It used to be full. "Where is everyone?" Mina asked one of the mechanics. He shrugged. "It has been slow this week. Maybe people are busy." But the next week was the same. And the week after that. The old garage was getting fewer and fewer customers. Mina asked around the neighborhood. She talked to people at the coffee shop. She talked to the man who ran the corner store. She asked if they knew anything. "People are talking," the coffee shop owner said. She looked uncomfortable. "Talking about what?" Mina asked. "They say you only care about rich people now. They say you abandoned the neighborhood for fancy bikes and big money." Mina felt sick. "That is not true. I kept the old garage open for everyone." "I know," the woman said, "but you are not there much anymore. You are at the new place. People feel like you forgot about them." Mina drove back to the old garage feeling terrible. She had been so busy with Elite Motorsports that she had not noticed what was happening at the old place. She had not meant to ignore the neighborhood. She had not meant to make people feel forgotten. That night, she could not sleep. She kept thinking about it. She had wanted to help more people by expanding, but somehow she had made things worse. The next morning, she found out things were even worse than she thought. There were flyers posted around the neighborhood. Bright yellow flyers. Mina picked one up and read it. Her stomach dropped. "Do not go to Mina's garage. She only cares about money now. She abandoned us for rich customers. Go to Hans Auto and Motorcycle instead. We still care about regular people." Hans Auto and Motorcycle. That was the big garage 2 blocks away. It was owned by a man named Mr. Han. He had been in business for 20 years. His garage was bigger than Mina's old place. He had more mechanics, more customers, or at least he used to have more customers. Mina drove to Han's garage. She wanted to talk to him. She wanted to understand why he was spreading lies about her. The garage was quiet when she arrived. Only one car was on the lift. No customers in the waiting room. This garage used to be packed. Mr. Han was in his office. He was an older man, maybe 55. He had gray hair and tired eyes. When he saw Mina, his face got hard. "What do you want?" he said. "I want to talk about these flyers," Mina said. She put one on his desk. "What about them?" Mr. Han said. "Everything on there is true." "It is not true," Mina said. "I did not abandon anyone. I kept the old garage open. I still serve everyone." You serve the rich first, Mr. Hahn said. His voice was bitter. You spend all your time at your fancy new garage. You only come to the old place twice a week. The why? Rest of the time you are with your rich friends and their expensive toys. That is not fair, Mina said. I hired mechanics to run the old garage so I could serve more people total. I am trying to help everyone. Mr. Hahn stood up. His face was red. You are taking all my customers. For 20 years I ran a good business. I was respected, I had steady work. Then you come along with your new garage and your rich friends and suddenly no one comes to me anymore. They all go to you. Mina was quiet for a moment. She looked around his empty garage. She understood now. He was not angry at her. He was scared. His business was failing. Mr. Hahn, Mina said gently, I am not trying to hurt you. There is enough business for both of us. Is there? Mr. Hahn said. Because from where I stand, you have it all. 2 locations, rich investors, famous customers. What do I have? An empty garage and bills I cannot pay. He sat down heavily in his chair. He looked old and defeated. My wife has been on me to retire, he said quietly. She says I should sell this place and we should move somewhere cheaper. But this garage is my life. I built it from nothing. And now I am losing it to a girl half my age who got lucky. Mina felt anger flash through her. Lucky? You think I got lucky? I worked hard for everything I have. I was honest when other mechanics lied. I helped people when I could barely afford it myself. That is not luck. That is integrity. Mr. Hahn looked at her. Then why are you taking my customers? I am not taking anyone, Mina said. People choose where to go. If they come to me instead of you, maybe you should ask yourself why. It was harsh, but it was true. Mina left his office and walked through his garage. She saw old equipment, dirty floors, parts scattered everywhere. The place looked tired and sad. On her way out, she saw his price list on the wall. She stopped and read it. Her eyes went wide. He was charging twice what she charged for basic services. An oil change was $80. At her garage, it was $40. Brake pad replacement was $300. She charged $150. No wonder people were going to her garage instead. Mina drove away feeling conflicted. Yes, Mr. Hahn was spreading lies about her. Yes, he was trying to hurt her business. But he was also a desperate man watching his life's work crumble. She understood that feeling. She had almost lost her garage before the Elite Riders Club saved her. That night, she talked to Daniel on the phone. She told him about the flyers and Mr. Hahn. Do you want me to talk to him? Daniel asked. I can make him stop. No, Mina said. That will make things worse. He already feels like I have all the power. If you threaten him, it will prove him right. Then what will you do? Daniel asked. I do not know yet, Mina said. But attacking him back is not the answer. Over the next week, the situation got worse. More flyers appeared. Someone posted bad reviews about Mina's garages online. The reviews were fake, but they hurt. Some customers saw them and got worried. Then someone called the city inspectors. They showed up at the old garage one morning without warning. They said they got complaints about safety violations. They went through everything. They checked the equipment. They looked at the permits. They examined the fire extinguishers. They spent 4 hours there. In the end, they found nothing wrong. Everything was in perfect order. But the inspection had scared away customers. People saw the city inspectors and thought something was wrong. Mina knew who had called them. Mr. Hahn. She was angry, really angry. She wanted to fight back. She wanted to call the inspectors on him. She wanted to post her own flyers telling the truth about his high prices and poor service. But she did not do any of that. Instead, she did something that surprised everyone, even herself. She went to see Mr. Hahn again. This time, she brought a proposal. I do not want to fight with you, Mina said. Fighting is bad for both of us, so I have an idea. Let us work together instead. Mr. Hahn looked suspicious. Work together how? I am turning away customers at both my garages, Mina said. I am too busy. I cannot handle all the work. What if I send overflow customers to you? You get more business. They get served faster. Everyone wins. Why would you help me? Mr. Han asked. I have been trying to hurt you. Because someone once helped me when I needed it, Mina said. That kindness changed my life. Maybe I can do the same for you. But there are conditions. What conditions? You have to lower your prices. You are charging twice what other garages charge. That is why people do not come to you. Charge fair prices and do honest work. If you do that, I will send you customers. Mr. Han was quiet for a long time. Mina could see him thinking. His pride was hurt, but his business was dying. How do I know you will really send me customers? He asked. You will have to trust me, Mina said. Just like my customers trust me. Trust works both ways. Mr. Han looked at her, really looked at her. She could see him trying to decide if she was serious. 2 weeks had passed since the Elite Riders Club came to Mina's garage. 2 weeks that changed everything. Mina arrived at the garage every morning at 6 now. Not because she had to, because she had work to do, real work, paying work. The bills on her desk were gone, paid, all of them. The rent was paid. The electric company was paid. The parts supplier was paid. Mina had money in her bank account for the first time in months. Real money. Enough to buy food and gas and still have some left over. It felt strange. Good, but strange. The Elite Riders Club members came by regularly. Daniel brought his Ducati in for the transmission repair. It took Mina a week to do it right. She ordered special parts. She took her time. She tested everything twice. When Daniel picked up his bike, he started it and smiled at the sound. Perfect, he said. You are an artist. He paid her $11,000. Cash. Mina had never held that much money before. Park came in for his brake fluid change. Kim came in for regular maintenance. Lee brought his Yamaha for a new tire. One by one, they all came back. They trusted her. They told their friends about her, and their friends started coming too. A man named Choi brought his BMW motorcycle. He was friends with Daniel. Daniel says you are the most honest mechanic in the city, Choi said. I need someone I can trust. A woman named Song brought her Harley Davidson. Kim told me about you. He said you do not try to sell unnecessary work. I like that. More customers came. Then more. Mina worked 12 hours a day. She came in early. She stayed late. She barely had time to eat lunch. It was a good problem to have. But it was still a problem. One night, Mina was working on a Suzuki at 8 o'clock. Her back hurt. Her hands hurt. She was tired. The garage door opened and someone walked in. Are you still open? A voice asked. Mina looked up. It was a young woman, maybe 22 years old. She had purple hair and was wearing a leather jacket. She looked nervous. I am here, so yes, Mina said. What do you need? My Kawasaki is making a weird noise, the woman said. I just bought it used last month. I do not know much about bikes. I am afraid the seller cheated me. Let me hear it, Mina said. The woman started her bike. Mina listened. After a minute, she smiled. Your clutch cable needs adjustment. It is loose. That is all. 5-minute fix. Really? The woman said. The guy at the big garage downtown said I needed a new clutch. He said it would cost $1,000. Mina shook her head. He was lying. You do not need a new clutch. I will adjust your cable right now. $20. The woman looked like she might cry. Thank you. Thank you so much. I thought I got scammed. Mina fixed the cable in 5 minutes. The noise was gone. The woman paid her $20 and a $10 tip. What is your name? The woman asked. Mina. I am Hana. Can I ask you something? Sure. Are you hiring? Hana asked. I just graduated from technical school. I want to be a motorcycle mechanic. But no one will hire me because I am a woman. They say I am not strong enough. But I am strong, and I am good with bikes. I just need someone to give me a chance. Mina looked at Hana. She saw herself, young, eager, trying to prove herself in a world that did not believe in her. Do you know how to change oil? Mina asked. Yes. Do you know how to change brake pads? Yes. Do you know the difference between a 4-stroke and a 2-stroke engine? Hana's face lit up. Yes. A 4-stroke has 4 stages in the combustion cycle. Intake, compression, power, exhaust. A two-stroke combines those into 2 stages. Two-stroke engines are simpler but less efficient and more polluting. Mina smiled.
Can you start tomorrow at 8?
Hana's mouth fell open. Are you serious? You are hiring me. I need help. You need a job.
Can you start tomorrow or not?
Yes, Hana almost shouted. Yes, I can start tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you so much. Do not thank me yet, Mina said. The work is hard. The hours are long. But I will teach you everything I know. Deal? Deal, Hana said. They shook hands. Hana left smiling so big her face must have hurt. Mina locked up the garage that night feeling good. She had help now. Maybe she could finally take a lunch break. The next morning, Hana arrived at 7:30. She was early. She was wearing clean work clothes and had her hair tied back. She looked ready. Where do I start? Hana asked. Mina pointed at a Honda that needed an oil change. Start with that. I will watch. Hana did the oil change perfectly. She was careful. She was clean. She did not spill a drop. Good, Mina said. You learned well in school. Hana beamed. They worked together all day. Hana was fast and smart. She asked good questions. She learned quickly. By the end of the day, Mina knew she had made a good choice. At closing time, someone knocked on the garage door. It was still open. Mina looked up and her heart jumped. It was Junho, the teenage boy. He was wearing his school uniform. He was carrying a small envelope. Mina, Junho said. He looked excited. I finally found you here. I have been trying to come by, but my schedule was crazy. Junho, Mina said. How are you? How is your bike? Perfect, Junho said. It runs so smooth. I came to pay you back. He held out the envelope. No, Mina said. She held up her hands. I told you. You do not need to pay me back. But I want to, Junho said.
I have been saving.
I have $200 here. Please take it. Mina walked over to him. She pushed the envelope back gently. Keep your money. Save it for your mother. How is she doing? Junho's face got soft. She is doing better. The treatment is working. The doctors are hopeful. That is good news, Mina said. I am happy for you both. It is because of you, Junho said. His voice cracked a little. If you had not fixed my bike, I would have lost my job. We would not have money for her treatment. You saved us, Mina felt tears in her eyes. I just fixed a bike, Junho. You did more than that, Junho said. And I told my uncle. That is why he came to see you. That is why he brought the Elite Riders Club. He said you have integrity. He said you are the kind of person he wants to support. Your uncle is a good man, Mina said. He is. And so are you. Junho looked around the garage. He saw Hana. He saw all the bikes waiting for service. You are busy now. That is good. You deserve success. Thank you, Junho. Junho hesitated. Then he said, Can I ask you something? Of course. Can I work here too? Just on weekends. I still have school and my other job during the week. But on Saturdays and Sundays I could help. I do not know much about bikes, but I can learn. I can clean. I can help with small things, please. I want to learn what you know. Mina looked at this boy who had changed her life without knowing it. She thought about saying no. She thought about all the reasons it was complicated. Then she thought about her father. He had taught her everything. He had been patient. He had believed in her. You can start this Saturday, Mina said. Junho's face exploded with joy. Really? Really? 8 in the morning. Do not be late. I will not. I promise. Junho shook her hand over and over. Thank you, Mina, thank you. After Junho left, Hana looked at Mina with respect. That was kind. He is a good kid, Mina said. Did you really fix his bike for free? Hana asked. Yes. And that started all of this? The Elite Riders Club and everything? Yes, Hana smiled. My teacher told me that doing good work matters more than making quick money. You proved she was right. Over the next few days, the garage got even busier. Mina and Hana worked well together. On Saturday, Junho came in and proved to be a hard worker. He was eager to learn. He did not complain about the dirty work. Daniel visited one afternoon. He looked around at the busy garage. He saw Hana working on a Suzuki. He saw Junho cleaning tools. You are growing, Daniel said to Mina. I had to hire help, Mina said. There is too much work for one person. That is good. Growth is good. Daniel paused. I want to show you something. Come to my office tomorrow. Bring Hana if you want. I have a proposal for you. What kind of proposal? Mina asked. A big one, Daniel said. But I want to show you in person. Can you come at 2 o'clock? Mina was curious and a little nervous. Okay, I will be there. The next day, Mina and Hannah drove to Daniel's office. It was in a tall building downtown. The kind of building Mina had never been inside before. Everything was glass and steel and expensive. Daniel's secretary brought them to his office on the 20th floor. The office had huge windows with a view of the whole city. There was expensive furniture and art on the walls. Daniel stood up and shook their hands. Thank you for coming. Sit, please. They sat in chairs that were more comfortable than Mina's bed. I will get right to the point, Daniel said. The Elite Riders Club has been talking. We are very happy with your work. More than happy. You are exactly what we hope to find. So we want to invest in you. Invest in me? Mina said. What does that mean? We want to help you expand, Daniel said. Your garage is too small. You are turning away customers. You could serve more people if you had a bigger space. We want to help you get that space. Mina felt her heart beat faster. I cannot afford a bigger space. We know, Daniel said. That is why we want to invest. We will provide the money. You run the business. We become silent partners. You keep majority ownership. You keep control. We just help with money and connections. Mina looked at Hannah. Hannah looked excited. Mina looked back at Daniel. Why would you do this? Mina asked. Because we believe in you, Daniel said simply. Because we want to support honest businesses. Because we think you could do great things with the right resources.